Greetings. Good day. How are you? How are you? Oh, good. This is good. This is good. Okay. All right. Yes, this is really well. How are you? Greetings to all. How are you? I decided to go live. Excuse me. I usually don't you know, eat on here, but I need to have some breakfast. But thank you for joining me on today. I wanted to share just, my experience in this big tech environment and just how savage it is and how so many people steal, and their means of stealing things is just outrageous. This is what I'll say. If you have what it takes, by all means do what you have to do, okay? Because you have what it takes to get the job done. You don't have to impose your sexual preferences on anyone. You don't have to impose your spiritual beliefs on anyone, your religious beliefs, your style of dress, your language, your any of that, okay? You just do you. Because why? You have what it takes to get whatever it is that you're trying to achieve done. So, with that, I'll say um, what's really just so disheartening is the fact that I have really been out here following my pursuit of happiness, and I developed, a news show. I did this when I was graduated from college. I developed a news show and I did a digital news. Why? Because at the time I graduated, um, a lot of the alleged news publications were, laying people off. People were taking sabbaticals and things like that. They were giving them severance pay due to the bloggers taking over. So, with that being said, after spending so many years in college and currently right now in a legal battle with the United States Department of Education, considering that, I was just like, I did not want my time spent at a university to go to waste. And I'm just like, what am I going to do if the industry in which I had planned on going in is just transitioning? And I mean, just totally taking a turn. From the inside out, outside in, everything. Print had stopped. They had to convert to website online. That was a little difficult and all of that. And as we can see now, it's 2022. I've been out of college for 12 years now, and it's still an issue for them, for some. So what I did, I says, well, you know what? I'm going to leave the country. And in that time, I also developed a fellowship program. So part of the fellowship program dealt with STEM and also the arts, because the arts, I am an artist as well as a journalist, and that's one of the colleges that I graduated from, the arts, liberal arts. So anyway, I really take time to create what I'm going to present to the world. Not everybody does, and that's fine. That's your personal preference. And should you be shunned for that? No. I mean, what works for you is what works for you. That doesn't work for everybody. So, I just took a chance, and I felt that, hey, I had what it takes and I was going to make this happen. So, the Millennium Development Goals were they put out a challenge to help with sustainable drinking water. So, considering my drinking water was orange, I bottled it up and took it to the Water Resource Center at the university that I was attending at the time, because that's what one of the things that they specialized in is water research. So I just wanted to make sure nothing too harmful was in the water. So come to find out it was lead. Okay. So that actually led me to want to further, discover things about water. So with that, I developed a plan. Now, Did I know while I was in college that this plan was going to take place? No, because first and foremost, the budget on the plan was close to $200,000. Okay. I was working a student aid job. I believe at the time our pay was maybe like $8.25 an hour, something around there. So you do the math, you know what I'm saying? But I was just optimistic. So, my thing is, preparation is always, great, and preparation kind of helps you propel, for your next thing that you need to do in life, your next position in life. So, with that, at least I had a plan, and later on, 2 years later, the money came, and from there, I went and, oh my gosh, it was just magnificent. Exchange of a lifetime. It was just, I mean, hey, magnificent. So that experience, I'm not sure why that experience sparked some in a peculiar way to where I ended up being on a watch list. Yeah. I'll take a bite of my French toast. Yeah. hmm I ended up being on the watch list for Obama. hmm hmm Now, I'm not sure if Obama thought I was going to Indonesia to go and find out anything about him, but that was never the case, you know, because at the end of the day, it was no amount of literature books that I could read that would have prepared me for that journey, because it was just one of a kind. Um, and I will never get those moments back, but I'm glad I was able to document them, and I can always relive the experience. And that's why I'm able to share the experience with you now. So fast forward. I'm getting ready to share my video, my Don't Need to Jail video. This video is my music video. Yes, yes, shouts out to myself. So I did my first music video about 4 years ago. And this was my clapback, my response to the big tech talkers, the drunken bar assumptions that run around Washington rampant, that need a home. And they found them a home at the metaverse. But meanwhile, they suggested that they should evict me out of my home, out of my dwelling. For what? For rear end assumptions and rear end excitement for sex appeal. So let me go ahead on to share this video really quick. Let's see how we can do this. Hold on. Let's see here. Right, let's see. Well, let's see here. Let's see. Cancel that out. Okay. Well, here, I'll do it on my um, cell phone because my laptop is, I realize I'm not streaming on StreamYard too. So the features on here are a little bit different. Um, yeah, the features are a little bit different. So, yeah, it's interesting how the laptop and the desktop functionalities, differ. Yeah, it's always great. Yeah, so I will. Let's see here. Okay, we're gonna look at this real quick. Leaving a stain that they can't fight out, so they watch and repeat my original beat. They didn't know my hue could deliver so sweet. But it's okay, I just thought I'd say the desk is dusty anyway. So don't need to jail, don't need to jail, don't need to jail. I'm not sure, bitch, don't need to jail, don't need to jail, don't need to jail. I'm not sure, bitch. It's a generated gesture, not a simple glitch. It's a generated gesture, not a simple glitch. It's a generated gesture, not a simple glitch. But for the record, I've never been a DC bitch. At the present, the FCC doesn't have jurisdiction over video programming that hasn't been shown on television. Will the FCC extend its jurisdiction to digital online streaming, particularly with regulations to closed captioning? Thank you. I think that's a question we have to ask the next administration. Okay, so as you can see from that video there, my music video, and actually the end of that video is the most important part of the video, because that's me at the FCC asking them, when will they extend their jurisdiction to broadband? Okay, now that was 4 years ago. So today, now in 2022, everyone can talk broadband, but 4 years ago, no one was able to talk broadband. Why is that? And especially the FCC. But the FCC has so many initiatives going on right now. They've even spearheaded, what is it that they're giving away subsidies for your internet connection. If you want to get internet connection, that's good, but it's a little late. It's a little late. It's a little late. It's a great gesture. It's a great gesture, but again, that's a little late. Per usual, they're usually a little late on a lot, but great gestures always help, I guess, for those that consume bullshit, but moving right along. Now, 4 years ago, the current chairwoman of the FCC, she wasn't the chairwoman 4 years ago. So Wheeler was, at the time of the video, it was Chairman Wheeler. He was on his way out the door. So perhaps he didn't see the question that I presented as of importance. But somehow now, $14.2 billion is important. I consider that important too. And I consider an apology important as well. And what's very interesting as to what really drove me to do this live is the fact that the current VP, Kamala Harris, who is actually a AKA, yeah, and I'm not sure about the AKA Omega chapter, the parasite that, the virus, a part of one of the variants, But anyway, she's going to be going to Lafayette, Louisiana to make an announcement, according to USA Today. Now, USA Today is one of the alleged news publications here in the U.S., and they were also responsible for passing those trash can hit pieces across the, Washington, for the metaverse job. Yeah. But anyway, back to Louisiana. So what's really peculiar about Kamala Harris going to Lafayette, Louisiana is the fact that when I was on the big tech battleship, and the legal counsel had barred me, and from barring me, that's when the DC Attorney General decided to petition and put in an order to have me hospitalized and observed. And this was allegedly because a phone call someone had called from Louisiana. Yeah. So they needed to know so much information. And then what happened, what was really curious is I had an attorney out in Louisiana, and just so happened this attorney ended up being on the news, I mean, my, this is really interesting, but once again, back in 2016, was anybody talking about broadband? No. You should have probably asked Obama that, back then in 2016, but this has really been a global catastrophe on the parts of Obama and all of his, booty click, booty do watchmen. I mean, what does it bring you to orchestrate such contamination upon an innocent American journalist? Is it the fact of my copper skin, or perhaps it's the fact that you thought you were going to take possession over some land that, you know, didn't belong to you? You know, was it the land? Was it the land? You know, was it the land? Like I told you, this is my home. This is my home. So before you ever thought, you can welcome all whom you want to welcome. But before you and your pony show and your virus parasite variants of these societies, these Greek societies, which every virus that has come across the world associates and has a direct association with the name of a Greek organization. These parasite variants and thieves that roam for a home. But it's really time for you to pack up and get the fuck up out of America. You understand? That's the way I'm feeling, and I'm sticking to it. And forgiveness is spelled FCUK, French Connection UK. What y'all got going on right now? A French connection. Mwah. A kiss is what I can provide, but you can kiss my rear end. Yeah. And I'm sure, guess what? That jump to the metaverse, what did it ended up in a fall, right? Who else is ready to come tumbling down right along? Who else is ready? Yeah, get ready, because it was uncalled for. It was uncalled for. I'm true. Like I told you, I got my papers. I got my land papers, my papers. Where your birth certificate at, Obama? Where your birth certificate at? But I got mine. I got the papers. You wanted something that wasn't for you. That's called theft. That's theft. You can't take possession of somebody else's material for your own good. For what? You and all of your men, your dignified men, your brotherhood pack men, your skull and bones, But guess what? My father didn't migrate. My father didn't migrate. My father didn't migrate to America. No, my dad didn't migrate. Papa didn't migrate. Papa was probably a Rolling Stone out there in LA. Papa was probably a Rolling Stone. Oh yeah, Papa was Rolling Stone, and Papa had it going on. Papa had it going on. You hear me? But guess what? One thing Papa knew: don't leave a home without security. Don't leave a home without security. Don't leave it out without security. You understand that? Yes. And it's important, So before you ever in your existence here on this soil, on this land, on this sea out in Hawaii, aloha, before you ever thought you were going to get away with anything, sir, you could circle back. Tell Jen, circle back. Yeah, circle back. And the next time you guys want to talk big tech, start with buildbackbetter.com, and it shouldn't go directly to the whitehouse.gov. But again, you can't talk big tech in this town, okay, or in the United States of America, okay, or Europe, or France, or any other place that you love to proclaim, because you don't have any ties to the land, that you thought you were going to kick me out of. Just know you can't talk big tech without, guess what? Heal versus what? Google. Have a great day. And the next time you want to play Pony Show, assume your position in 69 is not a position that I saw myself in. So, security. Thank you, Pops. I appreciate you. Have a great day, everyone. Peace.